Hello, friends.
Hello, friends. We're delighted you could join us today and every week when we are here doing our tea chat with you, talking about some of our favorite things and what we're thinking about in the seasons.
And drinking our warm tea.
Yes.
And of course, what we're all looking forward to is the upcoming holiday.
Yes.
The Thanksgiving holiday is coming up. And there is, a lot of history with the holiday necessarily.
What we were taught in school is not necessarily the real history of Thanksgiving. And I think it's important that we acknowledge that and that we recognize that.
I always thought that one day set aside for Thanksgiving or to be thankful and grateful was probably, it's nice to do, but yet shouldn't every day be one of thankfulness and gratefulness in our lives?
Yeah.
And I think that's the best way that we all can possibly live.
Yes, focusing on gratitude.
We do, but we look forward to the holidays because that's when family gets together. And there are certain dishes I love to fix every year because they are traditional. Again, they were passed down possibly from my mother or from my in-laws, and we do continue to make those. One of the dishes we enjoy in the family is corn pudding, or called scallop corn.
Oh, so good.
And I like to make pumpkin pie because that's what all the grandkids want. Pumpkin pie, the only pie they want ever. And then last, we have our dressing, of course. And then a few years ago, I tried a new recipe that I just really, the picture enticed me. And so I decided I'm going to try this. And it was using acorn squash. You cut it in half, put it down on the cookie sheet, and bake it. And then you can make a casserole up of wild rice with cranberries, candied cranberries, pecans, mushrooms, and all of that, and scoop it into the cavity and then serve the whole thing. So I don't choose really big acorn squashes. They're kind of a little smaller size. Oh, they're so pretty and so delicious.
They were gorgeous, and we'll probably do that again maybe this year or at least some year because they are just beautiful. And we did them as a single serving, right?
It's a single serving that way.
So each one was its own little serving, which was really lovely.
And just pretty on a platter.
Yes.
But so you'll be making some wonderful things too, I'm sure.
Yeah, we'd love to know what some of your traditional foods are that you enjoy. We're always, of course, interested in what you're doing for your holiday and interested in getting some other recipes. If you have some good Thanksgiving recipe ideas, we'd love to hear it.
We've been working on gift ideas here in the shop.
Yes.
And putting up a special table just for these items to be displayed on.
It's that time of year, too. People are thinking about gift giving because the gift giving holidays are coming up also. We're delighted to have Crystal bringing in her brittles again this year. So she had them last year, too, you might remember. And she has almond brittles and pistachio brittles and peanut brittles and cashew brittle and all different kinds of brittles. So they're lovely. And then, of course, her holy basil honey as well. She is the holy basil queen, and she infuses local honey with her homegrown holy basil, which is fabulous. And, of course, we have a great variety of our teas that we blend and offer here as well. It's the season for elderberry, of course, for all of us to maintain wellness. And so that makes a lovely gift, too, just elderberry. Our elderberry concentrate, as well as we offer elderberry kits that we make up so that you can make your own elderberry concentrate at home. It's a great gift for people who like to do their own thing, and it's a great way to gain some experience in doing a little bit of herbalism in your own kitchen.
It really is.
And then, of course, we've been making up some wonderful things as well. Some lovely mineral-rich lavender and rose bath salts, which just smell divine. And speaking of smelling divine, we are offering, again, our aroma jars that we've made up. And so we have Tranquility, which is all about calming and letting go of anxiety and just simply taking a moment to breathe in and release, let it go. And then there's our Clarity jar, which is really for memory and having a clear mind and focus. We've heard people say that they'll put that beside their computer. If they're on a computer all day at work, and just open that jar up every now and then and take a great idea. Yeah. And then we have what was probably our most popular one when we first started doing that, and that is our Protect and Breathe Easy aroma jar. When you inhale it, it helps to protect your nasal passages against pathogens, and it also helps to
Clear the sinuses.
Helps to clear the sinuses and to clear up any kind of infection or anything that's going on in the lungs. It can help possibly with that. Aromatherapy has been around for ages and ages, and there's some excellent science behind it. Essential oils are oil plant extracts that are made by steaming or pressing parts of plants that are medicinal. And what you're left with is the plant waters, which is the hydrosol. And then on the top, you get the plant oils. And that's what the essential oils are. So, of course, it takes, as you might imagine, it takes lots of plant material to get just a little bit of essential oils. So we are really cautious about using essential oils because they're not very sustainable. And so we use them for medicinal purposes only. And we don't put them in the air. We don't use them for a lot of things that we've seen people use them for. We use them simply in salves and ointments and things that we make that are going to go on your skin, are natural skincare. And for these aroma jars, you don't need very much and you gain the benefit from them. And so this one, oh, it smells amazing. Has 4 different essential oils in it that are specific, including thyme oil and juniper berry oil, because they are reputed to help with respiratory ailments. And scents can trigger reactions in our brain that affect our mood and our emotions. Of course, we all know this, right? That's part of our primal part of our brain, a very immediate sensory response. But also when we inhale essential oils, those molecules actually travel from our olfactory system to our brain and our lungs, where they can be absorbed into our bloodstream. And then our bloodstream carries those molecules to the rest of our body, where they can also interact with our cells and other molecules. So we want to make sure that when we're using essential oils and when we're inhaling really anything, we have the purest possible. It's very important to source high quality essential oils, and that's what you find in our aroma jars. They're really wonderful to toss into a bag.
And give as a gift, but this is, I might add, this is one to keep beside your bed.
Yes.
So if you're having a problem sleeping because of your sinuses, you're all plugged up and such, this is a good one to give a whiff of, and it really helps clear it up. And I'll also keep it beside my chair in the living room too.
That's great. Yeah, I gave one of each of these to a couple of my kids who moved out of an apartment that had black mold in it. And so I said, you need to make sure that you're breathing this in, because if you've got black mold in your lungs, you want something that's going to be antifungal. As much as we can help with that, it certainly can't hurt. And so and I like carrying it in my bag when I go to the grocery store and such, to inhale before I go into the grocery store, just as that little extra layer of protection. So we really love our aroma jars, and they do make great gifts for yourself or someone else as well.
Well, you might remember last week I talked and showed the turkey plate that I had. And I'm not a collector of turkey items, but I love I love turkeys, the wild turkeys. And so I showed this turkey plate. It was just a round dinner plate, and it has this turkey on it. Wonderful. Well, I have to tell you, of course, you know all about this, but I'll share with everybody else. A couple years ago, I happened to notice on a friend's Facebook page that in their antique shop, and this is in Nebraska, just east of Lincoln, that they had a turkey platter. Well, now I've always admired turkey platters, but I could not think about really having one, because what if it dropped and broke? I had all these reasons I didn't need it, but I've always wanted one. I've just secretly kind of wanted one, here and there. I thought, yes, I need one, but I didn't really need one.
You felt like you couldn't justify it.
I could not justify it. So my daughter calls her brother and says, Mom saw this platter, I guess. I don't know how they conspired to get it, but my son comes down.
I said, well, if you're looking for a Christmas present for Mom, I have a good idea.
So my son comes visiting, and he comes down with this big gift. I open it, and here's this platter with a turkey on the front of it. It's made by Johnson Brothers, which is an English company. It's made in England. They quit business in 2003. The name of the platter is called Wild Turkey, and the edge is in transferware, and it is of sunflowers and pheasants. And I absolutely love it. It is huge, probably the size of 3 platters in one, a regular platter.
It's made for a big, big turkey.
It's a little over 16 by 20 inches. And so we don't use it, of course, for a turkey. No. I have it displayed on a many drawer apothecary, and it is beautiful there, and I absolutely love it.
So we are open this weekend at the shop for holiday or other shopping. And then we are closed the weekend of Thanksgiving this year. So we hope that you'll enjoy your time with your family. We're going to be enjoying our time with our family. And then we'll be open again the first 3 weekends of December. And we're looking forward to that and to seeing you. And we'll have all of our holiday displays up, and it will be absolutely beautiful. So we'd like to leave you with this blessing, which I wrote a long time ago, and it's been tweaked year to year a little bit. And it's our Thanksgiving blessing that we say a lot of times when we gather. And it goes like this. Divine Spirit, in every living thing, we lift our voices in thanksgiving. To the directions east, south, west, and north, we thank you for the gifts you bring forth. To air which carries the changes in the seasons and the breath of life, we thank you as you whisper and blow. To fire which warms us, lights us, and gathers us together, we thank you as you flicker and glow. To the waters which wash us and quench our thirst, we thank you as you splash and flow. To Mother Earth, which nurtures and nourishes all creatures, we thank you as you live and grow. To the animals and plants which give us food, medicine, and companionship, we thank you for the sustenance you bestow. May we receive gracefully, give back generously, and in our hearts know we are one, we are blessed. Blessed be, and so it is.
And we'll see you next time.
Good earth blessings to you.